And as usual, stay triggered. Pew pew. Pew.
Alright guys and gals, Knights of Dragaria, let's talk about Talia, the ruler of the Shinobi tribe. But before we do that... Alright Knights, welcome back. If you enjoy, definitely subscribe, and follow, and like, and all that kind of stuff. That'd be awesome. But what we have today is Talia, and I'm going to talk about Talia. She's the ruler of the Shinobi tribe. She is now the Great Mother. She starts as a Mother class, and she goes up only one class. So if we look at her class, I think we might be able to see it. No, it doesn't actually show us here. But you'll have to see that her stats are a little bit lower. She's more like a healer. She's kind of like how Lyonesse was in the previous game of Legend of Forsena. If you know anything about that, then you know a little bit about Brigandine. So what do you get with her? She has a spear. She has a heavy armor called a Freedom Brigandine, which gives her 2 extra green dots, 15 defense, 15 HP. That's what it gives her. You get a heavy helmet, and you get a ring. So she actually goes heavy gear as kind of a pseudo healer, lancer. I'd have to say somewhat in between the previous Valkyrie system, how the Valkyries were, with a little more Lecter type of class kind of levels, and just the way it just feels like her as a knight is more so like what the previous Lancer was mixed in with a Lecter. That's kind of how it feels to me. But you get some interesting stuff here. You get critical rate up of A, increases chance of letting critical hits by 20%. So she hits with criticals quite a lot. She's like the female ninja, I'd have to say. Probably the, maybe a little bit like a dancer class, I guess. Mana Stone's Grace, Blessings of the Mana Stones prevents the following conditions: Poison, Paralyze, Silence, Faint, Petrify, and Charm. So that's what it does. And as you can see down on the bottom, you can see she has 2 green dots attacks and 1 single white dot, and for defense you get 4 green dot defenses. So archers are not going to be able to put her down very easily, hardly at all. Although with red attacks, that's something you will have to be careful of, mostly with red physical attacks. So a salamander attack would be quite powerful. Also a Titan attack with a flame punch would be powerful too. Avoid that. Flame spells from phoenixes, although they will hurt, won't be as much as you'd think because of her intelligence of 99. She has 99 intelligence here, which is pretty amazing. So if we look at some of the stats here, right, we're going to look at this. 729 HP, nothing to laugh at. She's kind of like the living embodiment of the new Lyonesse from the previous game. Way more hit points, way more survivability. It's just more fun to play as her, honestly. Attack of 145. Can you believe that? Agility of 120, intelligence of 99, and a defense of 135. Now that's still knight realm as far as defense goes. So she's like a healer, a damage dealer, a lot of mixture here. She's pretty well balanced in a lot of things. Maybe overbalanced in some senses. It says rune power 391, command range of 4, rune growth of E. Not that great, but she's level 29 right now, which I got her up to almost level 30, which I'll max her out. And rune growth of S rank. S rank, way beyond A, way beyond anything else. I think she has the best rune growth out of any of the rulers in this game, because she is an S rank, right? So that is awesome. Plus the critical rate up. She is one of the best leaders to play as. You can't, it's hard to fall as her, although if you go up against Rudo, it's a little bit of a challenge. I'd say Stella would be a better choice to take down Talia, particularly from what I can tell. But what does she get with this? Well, you get a lot of this stuff here, and let's talk about that in a second. I just want to go over her basic your basic understanding as to who she is. So Talia is gender female, age 18, class Great Mother, now that she's level 29 and I'm near the end of the game. Ruler of the Shinobi Nation and wielder of the Brigandine of Freedom. Her nation may be small, but her followers are lacking in neither skill nor passion. She once saw a vision of a future in the midst of a fierce battle, a future of unbridled freedom stretching across the whole continent. Talia now fights to make this vision a reality, her heart no longer filled with sadness but hope. So, she's trying to fight for the freedom of her nation because it was a part of the... if you didn't really understand, this was the Hazem nation beforehand, and that crumbled away, and it sort of turned into a small tribe. And then once the war exploded and became a great war, they're fighting to make themselves into something so that they can have freedom because they don't want to be conquered by other nations. That's kind of why they're doing what they're doing. If you didn't know, just a little backstory there. But let's talk about her skills here. She's got very interesting different kinds of skills. She, like I said, she's part Lancer from the previous incarnation, also part Lector, probably what was the higher class in that? The Saint class? So kind of Lancer Saint, but with green dots, right? Okay, then, and I'd have to say more along the lines of Lyonesse, because Lyonesse did, in the Grand Edition version, get a green dot and 2 white orbs. So very much like this right here. So Squall Thrust, basic attack, power 125, kicked up a little bit. It's got accuracy bonus. It has a green orb and doesn't cost anything. Normal attack, moderate damage, you know, all the same stuff. Only attacks one space away. Heavenly Sacrifice deals moderate damage to a single adjacent enemy unit. You also recover HP equal to 50% of the damage dealt. So, if you're going to do this and you're attacking Stella, because Stella and Talia are actually good matches for each other because, well, Talia can do more damage to Stella, but her attack on its own compared to Stella's isn't as stellar. Although she has the green and the white, which beats the blue and the black orbs, but Stella still has better defense and better attack overall. So they're good matches against each other if they have to fight each other, although I don't know why they're fighting each other. They had an alliance beforehand, and that's the one part of the story I just don't understand. Anyways, that's getting away from me. But you can do this and recover 50% of the HP that you do. And with a MP pool of 638, which I think I just passed over that, 638 MP, you can do this a lot. You can heal a lot. It's awesome, right? Okay, so you can get HP back like a little vampire drain, right? With Heavenly Sacrifice. You do the same amount of attack that you do with Squall Thrust, the basic same power level, the same accuracy. You do get also a white dot orb element with the green dot, and it does cost you 30 MP, right? So it does cost a little bit, but this is a pre-move. All these here, pre-moves. Everything else that she has is a pre-move. So you have to be standing next to them in order to do these things, which makes it a little difficult because you have to put yourself at risk, right? So it is kind of a risky class to do because you're basically Lyonesse, but a little more strength than you had beforehand. Flying Snake Fang. This thing is awesome. But it deals major damage to all enemy units in a 2-hex straight line, never misses, has a chance of inflicting poison. Now, what it says here, now remember what I'm telling you here, because I don't think they changed anything, but this actually physically really does this. Enemy units. So if there's an ally that that's in front of the enemy that you want to attack, you can still do this. It'll shoot and miss your ally and hit the enemy only. So it will only hit the enemy. This is the only attack in the game that will purposely miss your allies to hit the enemy. This is one of those super special moves here that you might not know about, but this is one of those that can do it. I tried to draw a star, but it got away from me. Let's see here. There we go. All right. Anyways, it does cost you 90 MP. You do have a mana pool of 600 with late game, which means you could do this quite a lot and get away with it. It does have a bonus of 150, so it's more powerful than the previous two attacks. There is no accuracy bonus because it just always hits. Never misses. A 30% chance of inflicting poison. I think I drew over that 30% a little bit, but that's 30% chance of poisoning as well. So it's a special move, like a 2-ranged dragon attack that you can, well, you can't walk up and do this. I think, I want to say you could before the, maybe I'm just thinking of something else, but maybe a different game or something, but you can do this flying snake fang and miss your ally, hit the enemy, hit over your ally to hit the enemy like a small archer shot, and you might poison them, and you can always miss your allies doing so. Plus, it's a pretty powerful move, and it does some good stuff. I like to do this move. It's just fun to do it. I know it's not probably as strong as some of the other things you can do, considering she's more of a healer in class than she is an attacker, but it's just fun to see her be able to pull off some moves. Now, her best attack isn't an attack. Shinobi Affection, like I showed you previously, is a heal spell. But look at the power on this. You probably just didn't even notice this. 999? Yes, that's what it says. Fully restores, because the power value is very, very high. As you can see down here, if I highlight heal, right? Heal with 180. 180. Heals normally are 180, and they do about 200 to 250, maybe 280 heal value. But being with 999 means that it doesn't matter what your hit points are, you're going to be maxed out because that power value is based on a rating when you're using this spell. So this thing is also pre-move because it's basically a heal, but it's a specialized heal. It has all the elements of the orbs. I still don't understand that part, but it does. It always hits, but it does cost you 200 MP. It will cost you pretty much, what is that, a third? Yeah, that's a third of your MP to do this, but it'll heal up your character. It'll heal up an ally from 1 hit point to max. So let's say you're playing a different mode and you had Rudo on your team or Stella on your team as an ally. You could heal your ally up all the way to full hit points. So this is her full absolute special mode right here, is Shinobi Affection. She is the ultimate healer in the game. Nobody else comes close with this kind of power ratio or ratings, nothing at all. Nobody comes close. Talia is the main healer in the game. She is akin to Lyonesse, but just she has a spear, she's a little more badass, and you have maximum heal unlike any other character in the game. Now, what do you get from magic? Well, pretty much kind of like all the heals that you normally get as a bishop or lector or saint or whatever. You get area cure, which removes the following status conditions from an ally, which is a pretty powerful one here, which is poison, paralyze, faint, charm, petrify, and silence in the 4 hex radius. This is massive. You see how wide this is. This isn't 3 hex. This is 4 hex going out, curing all that. Now, this is really, really cool, but it does cost 117 to do it. So it is a little pricey. Okay, get the holy words, 4 range radius, MP 198, power is 60. Power for holy word isn't that strong anymore. It's just not. It does damage, but it's not. They really tried to nerf the magic in this game quite a lot. They went back to the old school Brigandine LOF value of just, you know, beating your head against the other guy's head. You know, it's just a meaty fight. You know, they nerfed the magic because everybody complained about magic being strong. Although I never really thought magic was that strong in Grand Edition to begin with, but that's just me. You get the heal here, like we already said, you know, as before, area heal, which is pretty cool. Restores within a 2 hex radius. It's always 2 hex. It's never going to change ever, 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 ever. It's always 147 for area heal. That never changes. And then you get the Halo spell, which is 88. It's always 88 for MP. And it guarantees the next skill or spell of one ally unit within a 4-hex radius to hit. That will hit. Target unit will also gain 1.5 experience. So this also means for this game, skill, attack, or spell. Anything at all you want to hit, this will make sure you hit. This spell, if you like to run with golems, because usually healers and stuff run with golems pretty well, and sometimes you might hate them, and you might hate giants and things that miss a lot, you know, but big squishy things and all that, but you could keep casting this Halo spell on a golem to get a kill shot every time, and then level them up really, really fast. Mithril golems, bronze golems, whatever. Halo's really good for that. Or for her allies. And plus the fact is, if you're running with another team you want to level up very, very quickly, you run with a team, you just keep casting Halo on your leaders, and you level them all the way up. Every battle you do, boom, you pretty much have almost a maxed out team early game, because she's the leader, and you really want to level up a leader a lot of the time. And everybody just constantly wants to run with the leader because they feel akin to the leader, or, you know, some kind of affection towards the leader. But not many leaders have Halo. I don't think any of the other ones do. I honestly don't think they have Halo at all. So even if you got nothing left to do or nothing better to do, you could just cast a Halo on your leader, get a kill, level them up, and as they run alongside with you in the fights, they'll get as strong as you or stronger than Talia to be able to frontline even better and just keep your party extremely strong. So you have so many things to do, and honestly, this one is underrated. Not many people talk about this or think about this or anything like that. But if you're ridiculously low, it's a leader or a monster you really want to keep around, and are down to like 2 hit points, boom, Shinobi affection all the way up, maxed out. It's like you just completely reversed your luck with her. So yeah, that's that's pretty much it for Talia. I hope you enjoyed. If you do, leave a like, leave a sub, leave a whatever, and let me know how you like to play as Talia. I will show you real quick though what she looks like with some gear. So let's give her, since she's got the gold gear with the Freedom Brigandine, let's see if we can give her gold gear. Let's see what some of this looks like. Well, I don't have all the gold gear for this, but you can see some of the stats come up. Now, if I had another piece of gold gear, actually, and her defense would probably go through the roof, you know? We cannot change out the Brigandine of Freedom. You're not able to do it, so you cannot just go and give her all white gear. You kind of have to go for the gold gear for the leaders, because it kind of forces you to do that. And you might say, oh, that's kind of a pain, but it's actually not. It feels good to get all the gold gear, just so you have a matching set, and then you got an extremely strong leader. But all those stats go up pretty high when you have them all. But you can see you can actually strengthen her pretty well with different things. And this isn't a file that I worked on getting everything perfectly for Shinobi. It was just to get every night so I could do this these videos here. But I have maxed her out before. I have played with her. She's very strong defensively. Some of the other leaders are a little stronger than her, but she's kind of one of those leaders that if you use her right, it's hard to lose with. She's like a healing Kai in a sense. You know how Kai was so strong in a previous game, but he had almost all the spells you could possibly need? She does too, but more on the healing scale. You know, she doesn't have like, yeah, you got the Flying Snake Fang and the Heavenly Sacrifice and some basic attacks and all that, but you kind of know what I'm saying, right? So anyways, that's the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll talk to you later in the next Brigandine guide video. Thanks for watching. And as always, stay triggered.